have now told CNN News 18 that searches are revealing a deep-rooted conspiracy to cover up the source of these funds. Arunima getting us the very latest as far as the funding is concerned and why it is under the scanner. Yes, Arunima. We'll try and reconnect with my colleague Arunima there, who's getting us the details of what exactly is under the scanner of the NIA and what has led to this pan-India crackdown on the Popular Front of India. Sources have revealed to your channel that donation has slipped of 5 rupees worth money transfers from abroad that show expats sending money to family and requesting them this small amounts to be sent to the PFI. So they start small. It's a matter of crowdfunding, but there is a deep-rooted plot that is behind this entire conspiracy. And these visuals on your screens are of the pushback or of the resistance that is coming to the fore from PFI functionaries, from PFI office bearers, as some of their top leadership is now behind the bars. Arunima is back with us, I believe. Arunima, you have some inside details of what exactly is being investigated via these raids?
Yes, so one of the key points of these searches is to look at the crowd, look at the source of funds. The allegation is that the funding itself is against Indian laws, that this is involving money laundering, and the money is coming in from abroad by perhaps people who want to further the cause of destabilizing India. But what the searchers are finding out is that the paperwork, the way papers about donations have been kept ready at various PFI units in various states are very convoluted, and they have been made in a way to give the impression that PFI is totally crowd-funded, that they are only running on donations, and it is an NGO. It calls itself a non-governmental organization which is doing social work. So the paperwork has also been kept ready in that sense. Officials are telling me that they have found donation slips worth even 5 rupees. Even in previous searches and previous investigations, this has come up that people like rickshaw pullers, people like daily wagers, their names are shown to show receipts, and that is what the current investigation is also throwing up. Also, the remittances that are sent by expats who are working, especially in Middle East, when they are sending money to their families, paperwork shows that they have requested that some part of the money that they are sending be donated to PFI, and those receipts and papers have also been kept ready. So it looks like the Popular Front of India was prepared that if there was a crackdown against them, how are they going to safeguard themselves legally? And therefore, this is not going to be an easy job to sift through all these documents and look through the accounts that PFI has kept ready and prove the charge that this was, money laundering that was happening, and the money that was coming in was not all donations from people who believed in the PFI's social, work narrative.
Right, so they started small, but it was a massive operation, which is how they managed to gather these illegal funds, and that is something that, along with the Enforcement Directorate, the NIA will now be investigating. Stay on with me, because raids are on in Hyderabad as well, and Swastika, my colleague, joins us from one of those locations. Swastika, what exactly is transpiring as we speak there? Have any arrests been made from the raid side that you currently are at?
Well, I'm at Chandrayan Gutta, and this is where the PFI's office is located. Very quickly, Vijay Venkatesh bringing you those visuals. The third floor is where the PFI office is located, and here you can see that it has been sealed. Last night, according to the locals here, raids were conducted at around 3 o'clock. That is what we are understanding with the help of local police. Very, very interestingly, they have also stuck a poster here which I'm going to read out loud. We are understanding that the PFI members were not present here when the raids took place, because here it says this premise has been locked and sealed by the NIA in connection with the investigation. The owner of this premise may contact the NIA Special Court at Hyderabad or NIA office at the following address. This is where the details have been given. I also quickly spoke to the PFI president here in Hyderabad, Abdul Rafiq, who told me that he has not received any intimation from the NIA, and he's also said that no PFI activist from Hyderabad has been arrested. Very quickly, why Hyderabad in the focus? Because in the backdrop of the recent crackdown here by NIA, where 38 locations were raided across Telangana. Remember, 4 locations in Hyderabad were raided. This is in connection with a karate teacher, a PFI activist, conducting terror training and decimating it to more than 200 people. In connection with that case, 4 PFI activists have been arrested and slapped under the UAPA Act. Further investigation on that front is underway. But in this massive crackdown by the NIA in Hyderabad today, we are learning that 2 other locations are also on the radar. But the main location here in Chandrayan Gutta, which is PFI's office, has been completely sealed and locked.
Right, and those are the scenes of multiple PFI offices across the country where these pan-India raids are on. Stay on with me because here on CNN News 18, we are getting you the scale of this massive morning crackdown that began sometime around 3 a.m. this morning. The NIA investigating across at least 13 states in the country. Bihar is one of them. My colleague Praveen sent us this report from one of those raid sites in Purnia. Take a look.
अमित शाह कल पूर्णिया आ रहे हैं और गृह मंत्री के पूर्णिया आगमन से ठीक पहले पीएफआई यानी पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया के प्रदेश कार्यालय में एनआईए की छापामारी चल रही है। और आप ये देख सकते हैं कि ये जो है ये अंदर में पीएफआई का प्रदेश कार्यालय है। यहाँ पे सुबह से ही एनआईए की टीम पहुंची हुई है और अंदर में कागजातों की जांच कर रही है। जानकारी है कि एनआईए के जो एसपी हैं वो भी खुद पहुंचे हुए हैं और टीम के कई सदस्य यहां पर पहुंचे हुए हैं। इस छापामारी को लेकर यहां पर सुरक्षा की पुख्ता व्यवस्था की गई है। जो केंद्रीय पुलिस बल है उसकी टीम यहां पर पूरी चौकस मुद्रा में है। अब देखना है कि इस छापामारी में क्या मामला सामने आता है। कुमार प्रवीण, न्यूज़ 18, पूर्णिया।
Bihar is one of those states where the raids are being conducted, but that's not all. The focus really is on the southern states in the country. All of the southern states are being raided, multiple locations in fact there. Ritu, reporting from Bengaluru as far as raids in Karnataka are concerned. And it's not just Bengaluru because several other locations, including Bengaluru, is where these raids are being conducted as we speak.
Yes, so you see in the Mangaluru, NIA officials reached the location at around 3:30 a.m. as what we are learning, and that's where NIA officials started raiding at multiple locations. Most of the PFI and SDPI leaders' houses were being raided, and as well as the PFI and SDPI offices in the were being raided. But you see the people in the huge number gathered there, all the PFI and the SDPI supporters, and started sloganeering there, saying that go back NIA officials, and they also say that nothing, no documents will be found from the NIA because their work is clean, as what the PFI as well as the SDPI supporters had raised the slogans there. But meanwhile, when we talk about the Bangalore as well, there are multiple locations too where there is this NIA officials raiding. But talking about my location right now from where I am reporting, Benson Town, what we are learning is that the raid has concluded and they have seized mobile phones and the documents from the office of the PFI. And what we also know is that the members who were available at the office, they were being detained for questioning, and the detailed interrogation had taken place from the NIA officials as well as from the state police here on this particular road as I show you. But meanwhile, on the edge you see there are police deployment as well. CRP has been stationed here. The state police is also here, but on this road there are no vehicle movements are allowed. And what we know from this particular location is that NIA officials reached this particular office at around 3 a.m. and since then the raids were on, and for now you see it's all couple of hours that the raid had taken place. The officials have seized the documents and the mobile phones too, and the hard disk that was available at the office. So all that has been seized from the officials, and that will be investigated. And yes, the members who were available at the office were being interrogated from the officials. But yes, as we talk, the number of arrests that are happened in the Karnataka alone, 20, which happens to be a huge number because it's all that we have seen in the recent incidents as well. How Karnataka has been in news moreover for the communal violence that had taken place across the state, whether it's about the hijab issue that the state had witnessed, or for that matter the Shivamogga clash that erupted between the two communities, or for that matter the Praveen Natharu murder case too. So when we